set the wine to breathe, lit a candle. You'd never need the radio plays that Sunday tune, the one we kissed back in June. But you arrived with half a smile, stayed just long to talk a while. You hold your coat, you don't sit deep, you love in inches, then retreat. It's a table set for one and a half. One pours love, the other half laughs. One brings forks, the other brings time, but never enough to make it run. I clear your plate before you're gone, though your heart was never fully on. And I eat the silence like a second course, chasing the ghost of something worse. Your seat still holds the warmth you leave, but never stays past make-believe. You say sweet things like practiced prose, but never take your dinner coat off. You sip, you smile, you say next week, then vanish like a melody streak. I toast to someone who's not quite mine, a dinner guest who won't define. I tried to shrink to fit your space, left half my soul off my own plate. But darling, even love must eat, and crumbs don't make a meal complete. It's a table set for one and a half, a love too slow, a smile too fast. You keep the knife, I hold the spoon. Cut through the dusk, you leave by moon, and I'll light the match, then dim it low. A host to hope you'll never show. It's dinner served to almost love, a table set for one and a half.
He walks in at 2:30, when the jukebox hums and the gin feels new. No coat, no tie, just polished shoes, and stories stitched in midnight blues. He tips his hat to no one there, yet every eye forgets to stare. He nods to ghosts and silent flutes, the man in the smoke-colored suit. Some say he danced with Ella once, or sold his soul in New Orleans fronts. Some say he loved a girl named June, who vanished with a minor tune. He never speaks, he only sways, like someone caught between two days. And when he lights his cigarette, the air forgets what year it's set. He's the man in the smoke-colored suit, a whisper dressed in tailored truth. He moves like time, but twice as mute. the man in the smoke-colored suit. He won't grow old, he won't arrive, but somehow makes you feel alive. He sits alone but fills the room like saxophones in backlit gloom. The bartenders don't ask his name, they just refill and play the same. He dances once with empty air, as if her perfume's always there, then slips back out through swinging glass like memory dressed up in class. Maybe he's a dream in shoes, or time that wears old-fashioned blues. Maybe he's what we forget when life gets loud and we forget regret. He's the man in the smoke-colored suit, a silent song in leather boots. You won't recall just what he said, but feel it long after you've fled. So if he nods and tips his brim, just dance once slow and follow him.
I lit a cigarette in blue. It smoke a veil that whispered you. In midnight's hush your face appears, a phantom born of tender tears. The ember glows like fading hope. I trace your name along the rope of silence in a smoky room where lost hearts bloom and softly gloom. Cigarette dreams in blue carry my sighs away from you. Each exhale brings a tender pain, a love that lingers like rain. In every puff a memory stays, a note in blue that softly plays. And though the night may never mend, your ghost in smoke will never
One step after midnight, the streets forget their song. The clocks are tired of ticking, the neon sings too long. My coat hangs on my shoulders, but your warmth is not the same. I light a match for company, but no one speaks your name. The jazz club closed an hour ago. The last horn moaned its tune. Now silence walks beside me like a shadow with perfume. The windows hold reflections of a man I used to be. Before one step past midnight took the breath you left in me. One step after midnight, you vanish with the smoke. Your echoes in the doorway, in every word I never spoke. You loved me through the half-light, but couldn't stay for days. Now I walk through every hour you took away. I pour one glass for memory and one I never drink. The radio plays something slow, too slow to let me think. I hear your laughing stairwells, your sigh in traffic lights, but every sound turns into wind past midnight's final rites. They say the night is loneliest right after 12's last chime, but no one told my heart that loss can stretch across all time. One step after midnight, the world forgets your face, but here in broken moments, you still fill every space. So if the stars start fading, don't blame the sky above. It's just the hour I remember, the ghost of what I love. The moonlight waltzes on the floor, while shadows dance through every door. The clock's soft tick whispers of time as hearts sync up in tender rhyme. A smoky haze, the air's perfume. A lonely star breaks through the gloom. Each note weaves threads of sweet regret, a melody we can't forget. Oh, the night holds
hold secrets untold, warm embraces that never grow cold. In the hush where dreams take flight, we find our love in the velvet night. A muted trumpet calls the tune as lovers sway beneath the moon. The piano sighs so soft, so sweet, while romance lingers in the beat. The stars, they wink as if they know the tales we spin in twilight's glow. A fleeting kiss, a promise made, forever lost in night's cascade. Oh, the night holds secrets untold, warm embraces that never grow cold. In the hush where dreams take flight, we find our love in the velvet night.
She sang like silk torn at the seam, a velvet tragedy, a broken dream. Her voice like smoke around your chest, a lullaby that won't let rest. She
Number 3, red vinyl crack just like me. We'd share a slice with one old fork, you'd steal the cream, I'd let you talk. The waitress knew she'd smile and pour. We danced in crumbs across the floor. But now the bell above the door just rings for folks who want much more. No one orders cherry pie, no one laughs the way we try, no one scribbles hearts in steam, no one asks what whipped cream means. They order toast, they check their phones, they eat in silence, each alone. But once, oh once, it made me high that someone shared my cherry pie. You liked it warm, I liked it tart. We both agreed it matched your heart. You said this place will see us old, but sugar dreams aren't built for cold. The cook still hums that buddy song. The booth still creaks, the shifts are long. But ever since you said goodbye, the crust don't flake, the spark won't fly. No one orders cherry pie, it sits behind the glass and sighs, like memories in plastic wrap, like old love songs that lose their snap. The syrup's thick, the color bold, but stories spoil when left untold. And I just stir and wonder why no one wants that cherry pie. Last week a girl came in at 2, sat in our booth just like you do. She asked the waitress, "What's that red?" She said, "No one orders that instead." No one orders cherry pie, it's just a ghost behind the rye. But I still glance and hope one day someone will smile and softly say, "I'll take a slice and maybe 2, the way you did when love was new." Till then I'll wait and watch time lie where no one orders cherry pie.
She danced with the moon in the garden alone, in slippers of silver, in silence and stone. The rose is all bent in a delicate swoon when she danced with the moon. No partner in sight, no music to hear, yet somehow her rhythm was perfectly clear. A shadow in lace, a breeze out of tune, she danced with the moon. The neighbors would whisper she's lost in a spell, but none could explain what she never would tell. A widow, a dreamer, a ghost out of June, and no one knew why she danced with the moon. Some nights she would twirl as if lifted by strings, her dress catching starlight like radiant wings. No footsteps, no echo, no earthly balloon, just a warm danced with the moon, not with time or regret. Her tears had all dried, but she'd not forgotten yet. Each turn held a name, each sway held a tune. She danced with the moon. I watched her once from the sycamore tree, afraid if I spoke she'd vanish from me. But she smiled to the sky like a lover in June, and bowed to the moon. They say she once danced in a grand ballroom hall, with violins high and chandeliers tall. But that was before the stars changed too soon. Now she twirls with the moon. She danced with the moon as if midnight were flame, and each graceful circle was calling his name. Though love may have left her, it still came too soon. So she dances and dances with the
Bartender's wiping down the bar. He knows I've sunk this low, this far. Jukebox hums a tune we knew, a love once real, now past due. I said I'd quit, I swore I'd heal, but here I sit and here's the deal. She ain't coming back, no golden rule, just neon lights and a lonesome fool. Last call for a fool. One more round, one less rule. I'll toast to love, I'll toast to lies, to lipstick ghosts and sad goodbyes. I ain't proud, but I ain't cruel, just raising glass for a damn fool. She said I need more than songs and gin, but that's all I had. Deep down within, a couplet here, a chorus there. No house, no plan, just midnight air. Now she's gone and I still write to empty stools and half-pulled pints. If songs could heal, I'd be brand new, but they just echo what I blew. It's last call for a fool, stuck between the bar and school. I learned too late, I played too loud, I drowned her smile in smoky cloud. The world moves on, the jukebox dims, but here I sit, one of the fools. I'll tip the barkeep, leave a note on this old napkin she once wrote. Love me true, or let me fly. Guess I did both, I don't know why. pride can't hide, so close the tab, forget the dew. Tonight just ends with one more fool.
He never spoke, he only played with trembling breath. The music made his clarinet knew love and shame. It whispered sorrow none could name. The crowd would hush when he would start to pour his silence from the heart. No voice, no words, no flash or flare, just jazz like prayer in midnight air. Whispered from the clarinet, carry truths I can't forget. In every slide and morning bend, I hear the notes she couldn't say. The crowd would hush when he would start to pour his silence from the heart. No voice, no words, no flash or flare, just jazz like prayer in midnight air. Whispers from the clarinet, carry truths I can't forget. In every slide and morning bend, I hear the notes she couldn't say.
You said goodbye without a word. Just let the needle find the curve. The song we knew it hit that note, then cracked like rain inside my coat. I searched for you in every chord, but love don't live in what's restored. You can loop a song, repeat the pain, but jazz don't play the same again. You can't rewind a saxophone, no matter how you try. The breath is gone, the tone has flown, finishes mid-cry. You can play it back, you can press replay, but baby, it won't land that way. You can rewind a saxophone, and you left mid-solo. We had a rhythm kind of slow, like subway jazz in winter's glow. We danced in lobbies, stared at glass, and never thought it wouldn't last. But bridges burn in minor keys, and lovers learn too late to freeze. I lit a candle on Barstool 3 for every solo you took from me. The vinyls crack, the bourbon's low, the jukebox hums so soft and slow. I pour a drink for every bend in that sax line we call the end. The end. You can't rewind a saxophone, it's only once and then it's gone, like smoke, like breath, like the way you left. Just sound that won't be long, and me, I sit in dusk alone, trying to rewind a saxophone.
He winds the world with steady hands, each gear obeys, each spring he plans. He sets the hours still and wise, but cannot halt her last goodbyes. He built a watch that never lies, but couldn't slow her drifting eyes. She left between the seconds chime, a ghost that slips beyond all time. His tools are laid like sacred signs, the tick, the tock, his only lines. But hearts don't follow cog or key, and hers was never womb to be. He fixed the clocks across the town, yet none could turn her thoughts around. She vanished with the morning mist and left a timepiece never kissed. Oh, he knows the beat of every hour, but not the rhythm of her power. He made machines that never fade, but love was something not man-made. He sets the clocks but can't forget the one goodbye his hands regret. He carved her name in walnut wood, the way a man without her would, then built
out a watch that had no face, just space for all she won't replace. He checks the time, she said farewell. It haunts the gears he knows too well. A minute past, a love too late. Now time is just a waiting gate. And though his clocks will never stray, they chime alone at end of day. He still repairs what others bring, but no one sees the missing spring. Oh, he gave the world its perfect pace, but lost her in the empty space. She moved too fast or he too slow, but time refused to let him know. And every tick and every sigh still asks the hours why love says goodbye.
There's one last match and I strike it slow. Smoke curls up like the things I won't show. This room still wears your ghost like lace, and my lips still shape your name in space. The ashtray knows all the things I regret, so I light up my blue cigarette. The bed's still warm on your side, dear, or maybe it's just a leftover fear. I told you go, but meant stay near. Now I drink smoke like it's last year. It burns so soft the way you left, like a whisper wrapped in a blue cigarette. Blue cigarette, slow and mean, tastes like the love that sits between. Too proud to beg, too late to try. Too many truths we let go dry. So I talk to the smoke instead of regret. You and me in this blue cigarette. The silence screams like jazz too slow, the kind you play when you can't let go. I hum your song, just one last line, but the bridge broke off at you were mine. I wanted fire, but got sunset. Now all that stays is a blue cigarette. If I could roll you up again, I'd light you softer than back then. But some flames aren't meant to last. They burn too bright and burn too fast. Blue cigarette, curl and climb, trace her outline into time. She's gone like smoke into regret, still warm but colder with each breath. So here's to love that won't forget, and goodbye in a blue cigarette.
The hiss and pop, they hold your grace. Your laugh caught in a dusty place. You said forever in a minor key. Now you're just a harmony. I close my eyes, the trumpet sighs. Your perfume drifts in lullabies. You dance so slow in satin white. Your voice still echoes every night. Your velvet on vinyl, smooth and slow, playing in grooves from long ago. A fragile trace of love and rhyme, spinning back through borrowed time. Each scratch remembers how you swayed, a melody that won't decay. You're gone, but I still find you on velvet, on vinyl, in tune. That record player creaks with age, but sings your soul on every page. The way you whispered off the beat still haunts the air, so bittersweet. We danced through storms in 4/4 time, your hand in mine, the rhythm fine. But good things fade and crack and go, like jazz at midnight in the snow. Your velvet on vinyl, soft as rain, echoing slow in sweet refrain. Each turn brings back a silver glance, the ghost of our last slow dance. Needle drops and I can see you still humming next to me, like candlelight that won't consume. Your velvet on vinyl in bloom. They say the past is boxed and gone, but darling, I just play your song. In every hiss, in every spin, you live again and pull me in. Your velvet on vinyl, worn but true, a chorus lined with shades of you. Though silence waits at every end, I let you play again, again. So let the stylus trace the pain, till it loops and comes back round again to you, my velvet on vinyl refrain.
Our hand trembles, the minute hand shakes, the second one stutters with each step it takes. The pendulum falters, it sighs with a chime. Since you disappeared, so has time. You left at 11 or maybe at 3, but ever since then time's forgotten me. The ticking grew quieter with each goodbye. You taught the clock to cry. The face on the mantel looks hollow and drawn. as if it remembers you laughed before dawn. The wind-up still wins, but the gears don't agree, as though they've been mourning right here with me. Each morning arrives in a morning disguise. The hands turn in circles but never reply, and midnight feels heavy like dusk in July. You taught the clock to cry. Time used to march so noble and straight, but now it just limps under memory's weight. You bent all the minutes and wrung out the years, till the tick became softer than falling tears. You left, but you linger where shadows lie, and you taught the clock to cry. I've tried to reset it, I've tried every bell, but nothing rings true since you said farewell. It chimes at odd hours or skips right past noon, like it's waiting for footsteps that won't come soon. I speak to its silence, I polish its face, but time has collapsed in your absence of grace. It doesn't keep pace with the blue in the sky, since you taught the clock to cry. Time isn't healing, it's counting in pain. Each moment without you just ticks down in vain. And though I keep breathing, I don't know why. When the world moves forward, but I stand by, and every lost second still asks me why. You taught the clock to cry. I wrote you letters in the rain, with trembling hands and ink like pain. Each word a weight I couldn't speak, so I let paper find the weak. But stamps don't carry broken hearts, and mailboxes don't mend the parts. So they were sent but never survived, letters that never arrived. I kissed the corner of each page, as if that ink could calm the rage. I signed my name with trembling grace, hoping you'd see my face. But time is cruel and winds are thieves. They tore the truth from fragile sleeves, and so I wait, still half alive, with letters that never write. You'll never read the words I bled, the poems that I left unread. You'll never trace the I miss you that bled through lines of pale blue. The world moved on, but I still write to ghosts that vanish in the night. One letter sank beneath the sea, another burned inside of me. One danced in alleys cold and wide, and one just broke
before it cried. The last I wrote was never sent. I folded grief and called it meant. I placed a rose where hope once thrived, with letters that never arrived. Some say the heart should just forget, but mine still writes you silhouettes, not for return, not to forgive, but just to prove I still believe. You'll never hold these fragile lines, but they still echo through the pines. I whisper them to birds and wind, to tell the love I couldn't send. And if you dream some rainy night, know I still write, know I still write in letters that never arrive.
Put on your pearls, the moon is low, the sirens hum so soft below. Forget the fire, forget the rain, just take my hand, we'll dance again. The sky may crack, the earth may shake, but love is something stars can break. So hold me close and let it swirl, a waltz for the end of the world. The windows bloom with candlelight, the world outside has lost its fight, but here within this faded hall, our shadows still know how to fall. 3 steps to sorrow, 1 to grace, your cheek still warm against my face. And as the final wave is hurled, we'll waltz through the end of the world. So spin with me through closing doors, the violins don't play for war. This ballroom may not last till dawn, but love's the last thing fading's drawn. And if the stars forget to shine, your eyes, my dear, will still be mine. As dust and silence come unfurled, we'll waltz through the end of the world. The clock has stopped, the glass is bare, but music lingers in the air. Your breath, the only truth I know, a song that doesn't fear below. No need to cry, no need to pray, just let the waltz take us away. One final turn, one final swirl, we dance through the end of the world. Some meet the end in fear and fire, but we'll go out in soft attire, you in silk and me in shame, but dancing just the same. So kiss me now, the stars are near, and we are all that's left to hear. No need for heaven, no goodbyes, we'll meet the dusk in each other's eyes. And when the seas and skies are curled, just waltz me through the end of the world.
They say that love will fade like morning dew, that hearts forget the hurt they once held true. But I still feel you breathing in the air, still hear your footsteps echo on the stairs. The photographs are yellowed at the edge, the letters fade like promises we pledged. They told me time would wash the past away, but time just taught me how the ghosts stay. Time still lies, it never said goodbye. It doesn't heal, it only lets things hide. The clock may turn, the winds may shift, but missing you is something time won't fix. Time still lies, I still believe your eyes. I lit a candle for the years we lost, I named each flicker for the dreams it cost. The silence grew where laughter used to be. Now even memories feel like make-believe. All the songs we played have turned to dust. All the words we said, who do you trust? They say the pain will blur and blur, but I remember every word. Time still lies, it whispers that we change, but I still ache in just the same old way. It doesn't end, it just delays the fall and names it healing when we stall. Time still lies, it never told it all. Time still lies, it never said goodbye. It doesn't heal, it only lets things hide. The clock may turn, the winds may shift, but missing you is something time won't fix. Time still lies, I still believe your eyes.
She walked in wearing velvet red, eyes like questions left unsaid. He poured her gin without a word, like every tale he's ever heard. He doesn't ask about the ring or why she's not with anything. He's seen it all behind the glow. Love comes and goes, the bartender knows. The bartender knows. knows who's bluff in pain, who drinks to forget, who loves the rain. He shakes the truth with ice and prose, and never tells, but the bartender knows. There's Joe the suit with whiskey breath. He toasts to life, then flirts with death. He always tips, but never talks, just leaves at 12 and never walks. And me, I sit with wine and doubt, still wondering what it's all about. But he just nods and lets it flow. The bar is church and he's the ghost. The bartender knows who broke whose vow, who changed the locks, who's crying now. He stirs the past so smooth it glows. He never speaks, but the bartender knows. Once through tears and gin, she swore she'd stay, then left again. He just refilled, no big advice, just squeezed a twist of quiet ice. And somehow that said more than words. A man who listens but never turns. He keeps our truths in shadow rows and lights the lamp where no one goes. The bartender knows the songs we fake, the vows we toast, the hearts we break. He's seen it all through highs and lows. He never judges, but the bartender knows. So pour the night and let it close somewhere behind the bar. The bartender knows.
In a dim-lit café, shadows play, where whispered secrets softly sway. The chalkboard hums a faded tune, a memory under the crescent moon. She sat in silence by the bar, her eyes reflecting every scar. Each sip of coffee told a tale of silent love that couldn't prevail. Café noir, where hearts confess in muted tones of love. smoky sigh, a bitter kiss in every cup, a wistful bliss. Time stands still in that quiet room where absence fills the pending gloom. I linger in the taste of old despair, hoping that your ghost is there.
In the corner of a room on the 5th hotel floor sat a dusty old typewriter no one touched anymore. Its ribbon was faded, its cover turned gray, but it held all the words folks forgot how to say. Each key was a promise, each space bar a pause, each click like a heartbeat that knew what it was. But no one had danced with its letters in years. Still it waited in silence, swallowed its tears. One night came a poet, heartbroken and wide, with whiskey on breath, no one beside. He opened his notebook, then saw something shine. A black Remington waited, a wordless old shrine. He typed out a letter, half poem, half cry, to the one I let go and forgot to ask why. The carriage returned like a soft midnight sigh in the typewriter's waltz. No goodbye ever dies. Oh, the typewriter's waltz is a rhythm of grace, of commas like footsteps and margins like space. Each page is a ballroom for hearts torn apart. Each ribbon unwinds from the ghost of a heart. She never replied, but the page still remains in the waltz of the words and the clicking of chains. A widow once came with a scarf in her hand, typed one last note she could barely withstand, to the one who still writes in my dreams every night. I miss how your laughter would dance through the light. She left without signing, just folded it slow and tucked it beneath where